Hey, this is Alf and Jake at Streamline Industries, reviewing a complaint from a customer on a B5 S4. That's a 2000, 2001, and 2002 Audi S4 with a Bilstein PSS9 damper application. These happen to be the fronts, and the complaint is a rough ride and excessive wear on the front tires. And upon removal and inspection, we found the culprit and design flaw by Bilstein that's causing the issue. From the factory, what you can see here are the upper spring seats. These are the tops of the suspension that go into this upper cup that sits this way in the car. So this sits up inside the body, and the spring seat sits inside of here. The original spring seat is made this way. This one in particular, to slide onto this spring, and you can see that there's a looseness to it, and they give you this piece of rubber that's supposed to be the dampening agent, which is actually unneeded if the spring seat is made correctly. There's no reason for this rubber dampening agent that doesn't stay in its position at all anyways. So then the strut mount is supposed to mount here, and they haven't machined it correctly either, because this thing slops around, and then with the slop of the metal, you have really the only indexing you get is when this piece, when everything's bolted tight and this strut mount is brand new to begin with, and until the integrity of the strut mount is lost, that is the only short amount of time that you have to keep the thing indexed, and I'm sure the integrity is lost pretty quickly. And what happens with that is the strut mount that used to be one piece and stiff, it's rigid inside, with a metal skeleton covered in rubber. What happens is the integrity is lost and the strut mount breaks apart, as shown in Exhibit A. So what we've done to cure the problem is we've remachined a piece that's quite a bit different. The inside diameter is different here, and then this is smaller. The outside diameter of the lip is larger here, so it fits that spring without any movement or play whatsoever. And also the biggest difference is the way this thing fits into this cover. Jake's going to show you. You can see how this thing slops around with no indexing. Much different than the original that used from Audi. Use these holes right here for its indexing. So Bilstein has failed to make a piece that fits in here tightly, and understandably there's no way to put any indexing pins in this thing to go in these holes. So the only hope is to make a piece that does not slop around in this cup, and so therefore we have made a piece that fits in the cup with virtually no movement to take care of the problem, and then we won't see this stuff breaking apart and slopping around. So the finished product ultimately is shown here, and you can see Jake's going to flip that over, and you can see that you can flip it all the way over, and even at that, with it flipped completely over, we've got a zero tolerance fit. It's not a press fit, it's not a wedge fit, but it's just a zero tolerance. It's a perfect fit, so there's no slop in it whatsoever, and it's all held together just by the quality of the machine work done by John O'Connor, an industrialized nation. He's an incredible machinist who's helped us out with a lot of stuff. So anyways, that should take care of our problem, and we're no longer relying on these old or once new strut mounts to index the whole thing, to take the weight and torque of the whole front suspension. Instead, the simple machining takes the slop out of the equation and should make everything last longer. And that's about it. That's our fix from Streamline Industries.
Made in America.